Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. I'm very grateful. Let's address the elephant in the room, or shall I say the chicken in the room. Basically, my one and only request for this Christmas was like something with feathers. And initially I wanted to buy like a dress or something, but I was like, I'm never gonna wear a dress with feathers anymore, like only for this Christmas. So I didn't want to invest in something that I won't wear anymore. So I bought this pajama and it's super fun. And it's probably one of the most fun things I own because I don't usually wear stuff like this. And the feathers is just kind of, okay, I'm sorry. Today I wanted to share with you 15 habits that will change your life. And what a better day to film this video than today. And it's literally right before Christmas and many people start basically a new chapter of their life. And let's not think about like 2020, 2021, let's not. So I really hope that this video is going to be very helpful and life-changing for you. And let's go ahead and get started with 15 habits that are going to change your life. The habit number 1. If you don't know what 5-minute journal is basically a journal, a book, where you write down all the things that you're grateful for, and you have to do this practice in the morning and in the evening. And I understand that this is a lot of commitment and it takes a lot of time to get used to it, but to be honest, this is probably one of the best habits to have because you are spending your mornings and your evenings with gratitude. And actually, I wanted to mention that I bought these 5-minute journals for me and for my husband just for fun and just as an experiment because I saw people using it and I was like, okay, let's just give it a try and let's just see what's gonna happen. So I bought pink for me because we're glamorous and with feathers, and pink, oh, this is black, and black for my husband. And we both share our gratitudes after we're finished, and we do that in the morning and in the evening. It's scientifically proven that if you're focusing more on the positives, it may increase your happiness level, which is amazing, and this is a great tool to do so. It asks you a lot of deep questions that you have to think about for a while, and it has weekly challenges and quotes. And I highly do recommend them. They really do work. It's from Intelligent Change, and they are truly life-changing, so if you haven't heard of them, please check them out. It's been a great routine to have, and it's something that you do consistently every morning and every evening. It's an easy habit, and it doesn't take much time to do. And talking about routines, actually, my second point is to have a routine. A routine for me is very important because you do something just for yourself, and setting up a routine has really changed my life. And it also helps you to be productive during the day because it's really hard for me personally to be productive if I don't look after myself and if I don't make sure that I look good, and I don't feel 100% when I don't get ready in the morning. And I can probably say that this habit is one of the most important ones. It also may be something very simple like drinking a cup of tea in the morning. The third habit is to try to read more. And don't come for me, okay? I understand that not many people like to read, and I understand that not many people just enjoy this process, but hear me out, okay? If it's just one book a year, if you just listen to it, it's going to change your life, I promise. And for me, books is something that I hated so much when I was like in uni, in my school days. I hated reading, and it was just because it was forced and everybody wanted me to read, but I hated it. I wanted to play computer games. What are you talking about? Books? Hell no. If you feel like you're forced to read, I feel like it's going to make it even worse. Then I really do recommend to explore more and to see what you like, because there are so many books. Depending on your interests, you can find whatever you want. You don't have to read like psychology or books that people recommend all the time. You don't have to. And please do not underestimate the power of books and the information that's there. Even reading like one book a year is something that is going to change your life for the better for sure. So yeah, that's my recommendation. Another thing, connect more. Connection is something that we're always lacking, and connection is something that we always need. And even though we do not realize it, we are humans and we all need attention. We all need connection with other people. And even like biggest introverts, I am an introvert, but I still do need connection with other people. And make sure to spend some quality time with them, because it's not about quantity, it's about quality all of the time. And also I wanted to point out that connecting doesn't always have to be like finding new friends and partying and going out all the time. Meaningful connection is something that we all need so much, but we don't realize it because of the social media and stuff. So in 2022, let's hope that things get better. Let's forget about 2020, 2021, like screw those. Let's hope that 2022 is going to be the year when everything changes. And yeah, let's just start with us. Let's just start with connecting with others and reconnecting with them. You know, I feel like we've lost kind of this connection with people that we had before because of this whole situation. We're kind of in the social media more, but it's really important to stay connected. So that's another habit. Number 5 is to work out. And workout, again, don't come for me, okay? Let's just explain myself here, okay? So most of the people that say that they don't like to work out, they mean that they don't like to go to the gym or they hate running. And I hate it too, to be honest, but there are so many activities, to be honest, that I just don't believe you that you don't like to work out, because it's not true. It's not. And until you try every single sport that exists, I'm not believing you, okay? You can play tennis, you can go to dance class, pole dance, twerking, I don't know, you choose, but the activity for your body is very, very important. And we do need it because our bodies were made to be active, to move, and find something that brings you joy. It doesn't have to be a workout. For me, it's stretching, and for me, it's barre. So basically, it's ballet moves that are connected with like a workout. Next habit is something that I need to do myself, and it's try to incorporate more veggies and fruits into your diet. And I know that this is hard, but also one thing that I've noticed is that it depends on how you cook things, because broccoli, it's kind of, I don't know, I don't like it, but with like garlic and some spices, it's much better. And with oil, with like an oil and garlic on top, I mean, it's much better than just raw, plain broccoli. And you know, I'm not gonna say that vegetables and fruits are beneficial, because you already know that, and they have so many like nutrients and stuff in them. So yeah, let's all try to incorporate more of this into our diet. Number 7 is to do that one thing that was always in your head, one idea in your head that you've always wanted to do but never did, because your brain was telling you, oh, you're not good enough, oh, it's not the right time, it's not the right path for you, blah blah blah. Screw that, screw our brains, just do it. And it's time to do that one thing that was always on your mind but you never did it. And to me, I will share a very personal situation. To me, it was YouTube, and I've never started my YouTube channel, and I've never clicked that freaking upload button just because of my personal and funniest thing, I've been filming videos since I was 14, but I've never had the balls to actually press an upload button. So yeah, I hope that inspires you. I don't know, this is something that you just need to do, and you know it deep down, that one thing that you dream of is something that you have to do. It's something that is probably your mission in life. It's something very, very important. If something has been stuck with you for so long, it's something that you need to pay attention to. It's something worth your time. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. This one thing needs to be done this year. Come on, let's all do it, okay? Let's all do it. Next point is, and I know that that's something that is not easy to do it so people on YouTube can stop talking about this, okay? Just drink your water. Hydration is very important. You already know that, but drink your water if you don't already. But if you don't drink enough water, this is your little reminder, and a reminder for myself. Hold on. The next habit is to try to cook more for yourself. And I know that this may not be the case for many people because of work, because of the busy schedule and stuff like that. It's something that really does change your life because of the benefits from cooking that you get and because of the experience. And when you cook for yourself, you are taking care of yourself. This is like a pure self-love when you're cooking for yourself and for your family. And I don't believe people who are gonna say that, you know, if I put something in the oven, I'm just gonna burn my house down. No. I don't believe you. It's something that you need to stop making excuses for. It's something that you learn. It's a skill. So it's not something that you're born with. So I'm just put it that way. Don't come for me in the comments, okay? And you know what's good for you. You know it's good. Number 10 is kind of deep. And when I was making this list, I wanted to make sure that I include that particular point. Stop confusing self-love with being irresponsible. And when we see most of the videos on YouTube about self-love, they're usually like, delete all the people from your life that did you wrong and put a mask on, lay in your couch, you deserve it, girl. It's just not self-love, you know? People are always confusing this stuff with like being irresponsible and just taking a rest. And self-love is the complete opposite, to be honest. Self-love is something that you should work on. And when you love yourself, you are showing up for yourself every single day. You're taking care of yourself. You're making sure that like your hair looks good, your makeup is good. You're making sure that you are happy and you do things that make you happy. You know your hobbies. That's self-love. When you're reading something interesting, that's self-love. When you work on improving yourself as a person, that's self-love. It's not like you put a mask on and with a glass of wine and you're just kind of laying on a couch. That is not self-love, you know? It's not gonna solve your problem with loving yourself. Loving yourself is a huge amount of work, and it's just like loving somebody. You don't assume that everything is going to happen just like that, like magic. You know that this is going to be a lot of work. The same goes with relationships with yourself. It's still a huge amount of work, because obviously we know that we need to improve in certain areas of our life, and we're kind of figuring this stuff out, and we're deciding what's best for us, and we're learning along the way. So yeah, this is a great habit to have, to make sure that you show up for yourself first. So this habit of loving yourself, it's not easy. It's a path that you take, and it's a huge amount of work, and it's never easy. It's never like people say it is. So this year, or any other year, depending on when you're watching this video, every day is a great opportunity to start fresh and to start new and to start your journey on self-love and compassion for yourself, and to make it a habit, showing up for yourself. Number 11 is very fun and it's very scary, literally. Do one thing that scares you the most. And it doesn't have to be like jumping off like the airplane with like a parachute on. No, I'm not talking about that. But maybe in your case it is. Basically, I always hated math. So I hate math to this day, to be honest. I don't like it. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. I am 100% not a math person, if you can say so. I do enjoy languages, I do enjoy stuff like that, but I just don't like math. And it's always been that way. I hated math in school. In my university days, it was always my least favorite subject of all time. So yeah, and I've never thought that I will learn math at any point in my life, basically. But recently I was like, okay, what's that one thing that I would never do? And let's do it. And I asked my husband, because he's great at math, to help me out and just go through some things that I might not know. And we started from like 5th grade or something, and yeah. And he tells me how to solve equations, and I don't know how I finished school. I have no idea how I finished university, but I do believe in you, okay? We can do this. If I can deal with math, you can do anything. And why I included this into this list of habits is just because when you make it a habit, you kind of feel fearless. When you start doing things that you've been always scared of, and you start doing it more, and you start to improve yourself. So if you make it a habit, it's going to be a great life-changing habit, and probably one of the most influential ones. Can I say that? Because we live through fear, and we are always scared of something. Scared of an acceptance, scared of our parents, of our loved ones, scared of, I don't know, snakes, flying, whatever it is. Fear is always something that holds us back from doing whatever we love and whatever we were made to do. So if you make a habit of going through fear, it's going to 100% change your life, and you're never gonna be the same person again. Number 12 is to make sure that you create a habit of taking some sort of courses or reading books about relationships. And what I mean by that is sometimes when we are building relationships, it can be very difficult, because this is something that they don't teach you at school. It's something that comes naturally, but it's something that you can definitely improve. When you learn about relationships with others, you do learn a lot about relationship with yourself. And relationship with yourself is the most important thing here. And when you are comfortable with the relationship that you have with yourself, you can start building a relationship with others, and they're going to be meaningful, they're going to be wonderful, and that's the only way you do it. And that's the only way you're gonna be happy in your relationship with your partner, with like your friends and stuff, when you learn about it, because it's something that they never teach you, and it's something very important because we cannot live without it. So it's something very important. Another habit is not that deep, is to clear your subscriptions on Instagram and in your email box. And that's something that I need to do myself, because I have literally 10,000 unread messages that are all from like different shops and stuff like that. So I really do need to take time and subscribe from them. So clear out your Instagram subscriptions and make sure that you start fresh. Number 13 is to celebrate your wins. Sometimes we do forget that we are doing something very, very great. And even if you're just improving ourselves, it's something that you should be celebrating. If you've done even something small, but you know that you've done your best, celebrate it, be happy about it, brag about it to the world, and don't be afraid to say it out loud. And pat yourself on the back, even if you don't have anybody to, congratulate you, congratulate yourself, okay? Be proud of yourself, because you deserve it 100%. And that's another form of self-love too. And last but not the least, I think this is a great way to wrap this video up. Think less, do more. Our thoughts can be our worst enemies, and our minds can be our worst enemies, because like we think and overthink too much sometimes. Obviously not all the time, but understanding and hearing and working with your thoughts is something that you need to learn as well. When your mind starts to tell you that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve it, make sure to shut it up and just do it. And it is a great habit to have, because you're gonna do so much in this world, you're gonna do so much more if you just let your thoughts be and fly away. And I know that that's something that is not easy to do. So I believe in you, you can do this, and I can do this because I do struggle with it myself most of the time. So it's something to improve for sure. And that's it, guys. I am so grateful that you watched till the end. Thank you so much for watching this video. I've had a great time chatting with you, and I also genuinely hope that you're not gonna only watch this video and just click away. You're gonna do something, and you're gonna be motivated and inspired to do something with your life that is going to be definitely life-changing. If you're new here, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Do not miss out on any videos that I post. I really hope you guys have a great Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys!